Welcome back to Daily Teta. And the fake qualifications, but not only just fake qualifications, even these colleges that are just not registered, or they get it fly by night. But I think we've also kind of uncovered another bigger problem, you know what I mean? But the question now that I really would like, we are joined on the couch by Dr. Shirley, who is a director in the NQF Directorate of the Department of Higher Education. Dr. Shirley, this thing has been happening since the 1990s. Yeah. How is it still a problem in 2018?
Well, I think people being people, many people will try and take a chance. And a lot of people, I suppose, say, what's in it for me, and let's get it done and let's get out of here very quickly. But I want to say that since about 2016, the erstwhile minister of the Department of Higher Education and Training started putting into place a stronger legislative framework. And an amendment to the NQF Act is now in process and will actually be going to Parliament early in February. Now, the actual legislation, the amendment, provides SAQA with stronger mechanisms to be able to deal with these issues. And these misrepresentation of qualifications, and even misrepresentation of a qualification type being offered by an institution, will now be punishable. Well, it has always been an offence, but now there is a stronger mechanism to be able to make these offences punishable by law. SAQA is already putting in place a register that the minister has asked, a public naming and shaming, if you will, of institutions and organizations that deliver qualifications for which they are not accredited by one of the quality councils. And also there will be reporting, which SAQA is already doing, to SAPs and the Hawks. So there is a much stronger imperative.
I can't wait to see that happening. I'm going to come to you, Ms. Summers, because it seems as if this has been happening for this long, and colleges, they just change streets or just provinces, but they still operate. And it seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, it's easy to just go into those colleges, or it's a longer process to actually find out if it's registered to do the course and everything. I'll assume that mostly the young people will rather go for something which is much more easier, not knowing it's going to affect their future in a long run as well. You want to say something?
I wanted to also point this out. You know, when the new democratic government started in 1994, there was something like 73,000 people that came through what is called matric. At the moment, if you think about it, that over 600,000 to 800,000 people enroll, and then about 600,000 people come through the system. So if you think about that, the size of what we're talking about has increased tremendously. So if you have that, and in fact, in broad terms, there are more people then that want to learn and all of that kind of stuff. So therefore, the extent of the problem has grown tremendously over these number of years.
I see.
And as Shirley has said, that a number of things have been already put in place, to deal with it. So it is not that the regulatory bodies and the department are sitting on their hands while all of these things are happening. We've also created, partnerships, in fact, with the Hawks, with the police, and so on, because we are not law enforcement agencies. But what we are doing, we are putting the regulatory framework in place, so that, the majority of people, they can do that and they can become aware of the problem.
And especially myself as umzali, as well as a brother to Abantwana. We do have someone, Ulindiwe, from Etogoza as well. Also share a nice story, SW. Lindiwe, welcome to Daily Teta.
Hi, how are you?
Sikhona njani wena sisi?
Ngiyaphila.
Story sakho siyadabukisa kakhulu. Asizwe uthini?
Okay, mine, it was 2006 when I was rewriting grade 12 for 6 months. So after rewriting, me and my friend Sabona e-board, there is where you can train for 3 weeks for a call center certificate.
Okay.
And it's only 850 for that 3 weeks. And looking at registered colleges for call center, about 3,000, 4,000, like Stone, those are registered colleges. So why we went to this one, that's at Joburg, Mr. Price building. Fun branches. I went there and those people were making money. So now we completed the training and then they promised us after the training you're gonna get umsebenzi. So we did not get the job. When you've got a lovely voice, abantu abafonayo because le advert beyikhona na ku Daily Sun. Abantu abafonayo makube ubaphendulayo and vele abantu bangikhuluma nabo hayi ivoice yami bayithande beze bazoregister. But abangholeli umsebenzi dololo ayi ngavele ngayekela ngangisaya.
Lindiwe, you said ukuthi the reason why was kule training center loyagiyona was because it was much more cheaper compared to amanye. Wasn't that maybe some sort of a red flag to you? But if others are charging 3,000 and this one is just 850, then I must start to why be cheap kangaka bona offering the same thing.
Mawuthenga masestolo ya compare ama prices. Khona original, khona no name brand, you go for no name brand because of the situation.
Okay.
But let me try. And then mangilokeke manje sengiregister kuma companies aziwayo for umsebenzi call center. Angisakhumbula ukuthi le company yangisiza yathi you know what, the certificate sakho leso it's not registered.
Okay.
Asikho recognizable washo kanjalo.
Okay.
Ngaqala phansi ngathola ama company lawa aqhasha bese kupha ne training manje ngiyasebenza kahle.
Okay, siyabonga kakhulu ngombono wakho Lindiwe. Ndasibuyela back to a couch. Siyabonga sis.
Dr. Shirley, I'm just listening to Lindiwe's story. She's talking about, this course is 850, 3 weeks, and compared to other, institutions that offer the same course charging 3,000 Rand. That affordability issue, number one, should it be a red flag when you see that there's a big discrepancy between the two prices of, the same type of product? Is that should that be a red flag? But also, how then do we deal with this affordability issue, especially with private institutions?
It can be a red flag, but there are private institutions and public institutions that are very sensitive to affordability issues.
Okay.
So yes, I think it could be, but I think the real issue for me comes down to the responsibility of the potential learner and the parent or guardian to check the credentials of that particular institution. And there are two credentials to check.
Okay.
The one is, are you an accredited provider? And accreditation comes from one of our 3 quality councils.
Okay.
Secondly, if you are a private college or a private higher education institution, are you registered with the state? And in this case, the state being the department. Those are 2 essential checks. So yes, if you're very cheap and it's too good to be true, it's usually
But
not
can
a
I
good
jump
thing.
in there? How hard are you guys clamping down on these colleges? Because let's say, for instance, I own Nicolet's Academy. Nicolet's Academy says that it offers drama drama qualification. The drama qualification is not accredited, but I offer other things that are accredited. Should you not just close me down totally because I'm doing something illegal, even if it's just 1 qualifications of what I offer?
The department, together with the quality councils and SACWA, take a very hard line with that illegal provisioning and fraudulent. If it's through a court of law and been proven to be fraud, it's fraud and it's a criminal offence. So that type of punitive action is increasing, as well as the register that is now being kept, the naming and shaming. But again, it might be that they are immediately de-accredited, and that notice has to go out to all the students. But you cannot penalize students in an accredited course, so there's a way that will have to be dealt with. But we do not countenance
because of time,
any of
let's
that.
quickly go to the break. We're going to be coming back as well, just to find out, for those, especially abangakwazi ukuregister njengamanje, ukuthi iziphi izinto kumele baziqaphele, and laba sebengenile as well, so that they can check, am I with the right institution as well? Asameni se break in, siyabuya after this.